Maybe you didn't expect to work with text in Photoshop, but it will definitely come in handy sometime. So in this lesson, I'll show you some basics of working with text. Stay with me, we'll be back in a few moments. We're opening the image we'll be working with. The link to the image is available in the description. On the left side among the tools, you have the T letter. That tool is called the Type tool. We'll select it, and as you can see, we'll get this blinking cursor, which indicates that we can start typing. Simply click anywhere on the image and start typing. Above, we have standard options for text formatting like in Word: font, font size, bold, alignment, color change, etc. Let's write something now. To work on the text we just wrote, we need to select it first. We can do this by double-clicking to select one word or triple-clicking to select the entire text. Once selected, we can make changes to the text. For example, if we click on this small white square above, a color scale window will appear where we can choose the desired color. The scale on the right, with rainbow colors, allows us to select an approximate color, and on the large square, we can adjust the color intensity to find the exact color we need. In the upper left corner, you always have white, and in the lower right, black. For now, let's leave our text white. Once you exit the Type tool and switch to the Move tool, you can move, resize, shrink, or stretch the text. Hold Shift if you want the transformation on the text to be uniform. We have another useful option I'll show you. On the top line, select the T icon with the line below it. There, you have various text style options. Here we choose a style like arch, flag, fish, etc. I won't list them all now, you can try each one. Another important thing is that with the Type tool, you can create a square like this, and now all the text you type will be within the boundaries of that square. If we want to change the spacing between the lines of text, go to Windows and select Properties from the drop-down menu. It will appear on the right, and when we open that tool, we have various options. Here, for example, we can change the spacing between lines, and there's also Auto, which means that Photoshop adjusts the spacing based on the font size. We can change the font, text size, etc. We can center the text. There's an option to convert everything written into uppercase. We can also add to the square, and now everything we type will appear like this above the previous text. Overall, there are plenty of options, so play around a bit and explore each one. Now I'll show you how you can type text along a line that you draw yourself. You'll take the pen tool from the toolbar on the left side of the screen. If it's not the first one in the row, hold the click, and in the window that appears, select the pen tool. Make sure to place it on path instead of shape, because if we choose shape, then the line we draw will serve as a straight line. But if it's on path, it will be the path along which the text will move, and it won't be visible on the image. We'll take the Type tool, and as we bring the cursor near the line, we'll see these curved lines below the cursor. When they appear, click on the line, and the text you type will follow this path we drew. Now, if we hold Ctrl on the keyboard, an X will appear here. which we can use to move the text left or right. If we drag it below the line, the text will switch to the bottom of the line. I'll show you one more thing that you'll use the most while working in Photoshop. And that's playing with colors, shadows, to ensure our text is always visible on any background. Because if we place the text, for example, on this part of the background, the text color blends with the background color, which we don't want. This is the option called Blending Options, and you can access it by right-clicking on the text layer and selecting Blending Options from the menu that appears first. Or simply double-clicking on the text layer in the empty area where there's no text. In this window, we have various options. I'll show you some of the most commonly used ones. The first option from the bottom is Drop Shadow, and here we can add a shadow under the text. We can adjust how far it will be from the text, shadow opacity, shadow color, also whether the shadow will be sharp or will soften it. By adding a shadow, we separate the text from the background to ensure, for example, that white text is visible on a white background. We can also adjust the angle at which the shadow will fall. Above, we have the option Outer Glow, where we adjust the glow on the edges of the text. We can change its color, increase it, add opacity, etc. Pattern is an option that allows us to paste some texture over the text. Next are the options Gradient and Color Overlay, where we adjust the text color, with Color Overlay working just like the standard color change and changing the color of the entire text, while with Gradient Overlay, we can color the text or letter in 2 or more colors. Here, we have some predefined combinations. When we click on this rectangle with a color, a screen will appear where we can change those colors we want on our text. We can also change the angle at which the colors will refract. Another option that is often used is the stroke option, which is actually an option for adding an outline to the text or any other object. We can change the size of the outline, whether it will be on the outside or inside of the text. We can adjust the opacity as well as the color of the outline itself. I won't explain each option now because it would take us a lot of time. I've shown you the most important ones and the ones that are most commonly used. We'll work with these options later on when I show you some other lessons. That's it for this lesson, and in the next lesson, I'll show you how to work with the crop option. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell to receive notifications when I release the next lesson. See you soon, goodbye!